Hi guys, today's lesson is over order of operations, and the direction you're going to have today is evaluate. And evaluate, like we said before, means to solve. You're given the expression right now, a squared plus 4a. Alright, and they say let a equal 2. So a little bit different scenario today. When you see this situation here, when they tell you what a letter is, in this case they're telling you that a is equal to 2, you are simply going to replace a in the expression with the number 2 because that's what they tell you a is. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to replace a with 2, and notice what we did here. When we replaced a with 2, we put parentheses around each of the 2's that we substituted in. That's going to be really important to kind of group the 2's there, and that we know that we have to do correct operations now. Okay? Imagine if you didn't put parentheses around the 2. Alright? You would still have 2 squared over here, but then it would be plus 42, and that's not what we want. We want 4 times 2. So make sure anytime you replace a letter with a number that you put parentheses around that number. Alright, and now we have right here just an expression that we need to solve using order of operations. Alright, so I can see here that my first operation that I need to do is 2 squared. 2 squared is 4, and now I'm just going to go ahead and solve the problem here. I have 4 plus 4 times 2. Alright, again, if you do not see a symbol in between the number and the parenthesis with the number inside, that's going to mean to multiply. So 4 times 2 is 8. 4 plus 8 then, I can go ahead and solve that now, is 12, and I am all done. Okay? Notice how my work is organized. I'm going step by step. I'm not trying to do too many things in my head. Alright? Alright, let's move on to the next problem here. If you notice the next problem here gets a little bit more challenging because now they give us two letters that we need to substitute in for. I'd like you to go ahead and copy this down and try to solve it before you move on in the video. I'm going to go ahead and move on, but if you would pause right now and try to solve this expression 3ab plus a squared b. Alright, moving on in the problem here, we are going to substitute any place we see an a with negative 4. So we're going to replace a with negative 4. That's what they tell us a is in this problem. They tell us that b is 3. So any place we see a b, we're going to replace with 3. Alright? So here's what the problem looks like. Remember, do not forget to put parentheses around the numbers here that you're replacing with, okay? Or the letters that you're replacing with the numbers. So now here I have 3 times negative 4 times 3 plus negative 4 squared times 3. Notice how I have parentheses around all the numbers there. Alright, so right now it looks like I have a lot of multiplication, I have some exponents, and I have an addition sign. Again, I have to follow the order of operations here to solve the problem. My very first step here to solve this expression is going to be to solve the exponent here. And this exponent, which means repeated multiplication, I have negative 4 squared, which means negative 4 times negative 4. Okay? Negative times a negative is a positive. 4 times 4 is 16. Alright, so you can see right here that I have now, this is my next step here. I put 16 down here, and notice I'm not trying to combine steps here. Alright, I'm going to take it step by step. Right now, I have now, this step, a bunch of multiplication with an addition sign here. So I'm going to do all my multiplication from left to right first here before I worry about this addition sign. Alright, I have 3 times negative 4, which is negative 12 as my next step. And again, notice my symbol here. I'm just taking it step by step there. Alright, now I have negative 12 times 3 plus 16 times 3. I want to take now negative 12 times 3, which is negative 36. And now I have negative 36 plus 16 times 3. Do not forget that you still have multiplication to worry about before you add. All right, so it's really important that you take 16 times 3 first before you do anything with this negative 36 and the addition sign. So 16 times 3 is 48. And now I have negative 36 plus 48, and I can go ahead and solve it out there and get my answer, which is positive 12. Okay, so remember, if you see a letter and they tell you what the letter is, all you're going to do is replace that letter with whatever number they tell you the letter is. All right, and again, you're going to use order of operations to solve the problem. Okay, thank you very much.